Package is fresh in. Here's the remote control. So you've got the shipping boxing itself. There's 2 units, actually 3 boxes in here. Normally if you purchase it, I would imagine you would just get this box only. And the reason being is because this is what is the standard order. And inside here are cables that you'll need and you can use. But I also, in addition to, bought 2 additional shutter cables, and these are branded specifically for the remote control. One of them is for Canon, one of them is for Nikon. So those are in addition to. But the main unit itself is this. And as you can see, nice packaging. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Here's the inside of the box. Now I've already moved things around, taken it out and taken a peek at it, so it may not be exactly the way you're going to see it now, but these are all the contents that come within the package. You've got the remote control user manual, very small, and fits into any kind of guide you can see based on my hand, that it's a very small guide. After you've gone through this once, you're probably not going to need it again. It's available as a PDF on the website as well prior to getting it, so you can get familiar with the actual device prior to it arriving, just as I did. Then I'm going to peel away a layer here. And in here you've got the remote control container, I should say. You know, it's the cover, so you can fit cables in here. The remote control goes in here, and that zips right up as well. So very convenient. Then you've got a camera neck strap, just something to hold onto the remote control itself. If you're not going to tether this thing yourself in some way to a tripod, that gives you a way to at least have a way to hold it and carry it. Neck strap. Then you've got the USB connector. This actually goes to the computer, from the device to the computer for updates in the future, firmware, etc. Then you've got the USB connector that goes from the remote control to your camera. It also comes with a battery ready to go. The control itself, I've already taken off the LCD screen. I've already removed what was a plastic layer protecting it. And then on the back itself, you just take a coin, open it up, put the 2 batteries in, it's good to go. There's also a reset button here. It's weather protected. I guess this would be if you have to reset the device. I haven't read the manual completely, so I'm not exactly sure, but that rubber piece right there protects that, and you can reset the device with that. So we're going to go ahead and give this thing a test run today. Here's the remote control connected up to the camera itself. You've got the provided USB cable that is marked promote on one end connected into the remote control. You've got the labeled camera end itself connected into the USB port of the camera itself. You need to make sure the camera is in manual focus, so there's a switch in this case on this particular camera. You just put it into manual focus. You need to put the mode of the camera into manual. You need to make sure the stops are set for 1/3 of a stop in between, and then turn auto bracketing off. Once you've done these things, you can then control the camera with the remote control. Here's the remote control connected up with the shutter release cable, in this case for a Nikon. So you've got the connector itself with a 10-pin shutter release cable, and then on the remote control itself, you've got that additional factor that it gets connected in right next to the USB slot. So in this case, you have 2 connectors in order to take advantage of the faster shutter speeds that you can get with the shutter release cable. So you have both the USB and the shutter release cable connected in that particular mode. And then on a future video, I'm going to actually cover some of the settings in the setup menu where you would switch that and change that so that the remote control would recognize the shutter release cable and allow the camera to fire off faster brackets. Okay, so let me start with hitting the power button again, just to bring up the LCD. I'm going to power it down just so you can see that it says goodbye. Not that that's a big deal. Power it right back up again. Hit the mode button so you can see this a little bit better this time. You see the manual shutter, hold is one option, one shot is one option, time lapse is another option, and I'm focusing on high dynamic range. Now within here you also have the left and the right keys, which you can't see me hitting right now, but that toggles through. I just hit the right key. If I hit the right button again, it just keeps toggling down, and anytime I get to one of these that blinks, I can either choose to go up or down with these buttons. So basically I could change the number of exposures. So if I want to take 11 frames with this particular shot, and then I want it to be 2/3 of a step in between, then all I have to do is just press the middle button for set, everything stops blinking, and I just press start, and it fires it away. And it gives you the beep. So there you go, a D3, which can only do 9 frames all by itself. You use the promote remote, and you get up to 11 here. Now, I've done all sorts of things. Like if you really wanted to, you could do, if you were really interested in maintaining true color with a scene, I'm not talking VFX, I'm talking about tone mapping, and you were very, very anal about this particular scene, you could do something radical, like take this up to, say, 29 frames with, I'm going to go up to the steps, and I'm going to have to bring that down to a third in between. But you can actually do shots like this, which, you know, would be something that would be an absolutely insane shooting into a sunset, that you want the darkest shadows to be pulled out, but you also want the sun itself to be able to appeal more natural. So let's go ahead and fire this away. You could never do something like that with the D3. And if I wanted to do that, I would have to touch the camera, move the settings around, and then touch the camera again, move the settings around. I would have had to have touched the camera more than 3 times to get 29 frames. But with the Promote Remote, just because of these settings that you have in here, you're only limited in terms of the number of exposures by the limits of the camera.